Tier 1, Season 3. It's myself, Ronskit, and the Comspok, and with me, Wesley, otherwise known as Wezo. How's it, Wezo? Great, great, great. Let me put some telemetry up. As you can see, it's wet. Wezo, you sound like you had some inside info. Hey, my word. Okay, I'm on track, Wezo, with... Trying to see, there's a... There we... There we go, Gerard Botha and Assassin, they both have times in 2:02 just about. Yeah, the nice thing with quali in the wet, of course, is you can put a bit of fuel on, you can have a good go with it. Sometimes it takes you 2-3 laps to find out where the grip is for the tires to set in nicely, get warm, and of course for guys to clear a bit of a path between the puddles. I'm on board with Super D. He looks like he's on a lap. Looks like purple sector 1 as well, so I'll stay on board with him. There we go, top dog as well. Yeah, these boys, these Ferrari boys practice a lot, and they were killing us in Tier 2, and in Tier 1 they are definitely competitive, and it's a lot of practice, Yeah, it's not fun. Just trying to see who else. I'm watching Super D. There's one or two moments where the rear just complains a bit. I'll go on board with Ruan. How sharp are you with setups, Wezo? Do you have like a standard thing you do for wets, or is it track dependent, or? I was just watching Avila. He's invalidated his lap, so he'll presumably have enough fuel to go again. Just a reminder, we are... Sorry, you were saying about Ruan? Go for it. Yeah, it looks like the 157s are for now kind of the mark. Eugene is typically quite quick in quali, so that's probably a decent benchmark, I think. But we'll see if the guys ramp up after a while. We're not sure if it's raining more or less. It just looks like it's quite a bit of rain out there. Nowhere near intermediates. Yeah, I think we were lucky last night. Normally in a Singapore weekend, you should expect rain. Yeah, that's it. Every Tuesday night, Tier 2. No, Wednesday night. Thursday nights where we are tonight is tier 1. I'm just watching Grimjaw. He's on a lap. Shows me, yeah, he's very conservative on his, or calculated on his throttle. So typically wet conditions don't catch him out. Typically looks after his tires well. So being smooth pays off. He was tier 1 winner last season. Yeah, it went down to the final race. It was between him and Yaku Nagel. Yaku was in the Ferrari last season. Took the battle all the way to the final track, and I think there was about 20 points difference, which is a lot, not a lot over 22 races. And there's Grimjaw's lap. It's a 1:58.3. Just a reminder, we are doing full quali tonight, so Q1, Q2, Q3, Q1. There are only 15 drivers in the lobby tonight, so everyone does go through. As soon as the guys put some times in, they will no doubt just retire from the session. On board with Abilach now, he's having his next run. Yeah, it's not a easy overtaking track, right? So track position is definitely key. You know, I've seen Eugene be very good in quali. He's maybe not converted all of those in races, so that's maybe one guy to look out for. On board with Abilach, he loses the rear completely. Um, keeps the car going though. Yeah, then guys like Ronald Killerbean, he's extremely consistent as well. Not always the quickest pace, but he's thereabouts, challenging. And on a track like this with safety cars, and you know, there's no such thing as track limits here. The track limits the wall. So I think the guys that are consistent definitely have a run here. Yeah, you might be onto something there. We see Yaku is sitting in third. He was onto the pace straight away. Didn't do many laps to get there. So yeah, not a bad call. Grim just finished another lap. He goes fastest overall, 1:56.3. Let's go to Josh. Thanks for the heads up there, Wezo. Is he on his lap already? Yeah, he's in sector 3 now. Yeah, and Josh is also another one of those drivers who's very quick, very competitive, and he maybe hasn't had all the results go his way this season. So you'll be the kind of guy that want to capitalize on a night like tonight. Yeah, that is right. Yeah, let me go check the yeah, 2 minutes left in the session. Everyone except for Torment has put a time in. I'm not sure why that is. Yeah, that's something we monitor in our league from this week. So I don't know if he's maybe had a quali ban or something. I can't really see something on the stewards report from last week. Is he did he DNF or is he limping back to the? Okay. Yeah, as far as I know, Codemasters takes you out of the next session then, eh? All right, while we wait for the session to finish, let me give you the drivers standing at the moment. It's like Wezzo says, top of the pack is Grimjaw. He's on 287 points. Behind him is Josh, quite a fair bit behind, 163. And not far behind him is Top Dog on 144. Yaku Nahu, he's keeping it consistent, 139. Then Killer Bean 124. Nice to see Ronald scoring some good points. And then the other Ferrari, Super D, we said earlier they are doing well. Super D's in 6th. Eugene 7th. Bob 8th. That's nice for Bob in his first season with FTR. Torment in 9th. Nam Assassin. Then Avilach. Then Ruan. Then Buddies. Then Gia Buta. Then Manu. And then our new drivers, Shivmaster and the teacher. That makes up our 17 drivers in the league. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and it's terrible, eh? What I mean, oh, I'm just watching the teacher. He DNFs as well. Only guy left in the session is Top Dog. Okay, Wezza, I'm not quite sure. We've got Ronald on the stream. He says wet, 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 and then he says Wezza, no sound coming from you in the stream. You can just maybe go into your chat party and just double check your settings. Make your maybe your mic input volume a little bit louder. Let's see if that helps. Thanks for the heads up, Ronald. We'll try a few tricks. And that is the end of Q1. We've got Grimjaw, Eugene, Top Dog, the quickest guys out there. Everyone else through except for right at the bottom, unfortunately, Avilach and the teacher finding the wall, and Tormund didn't put a time in, not sure why. So I think we should be 12 or 13 guys in Q2, where of course we look for the top 10. And as we are told, it should be wet, wet, wet all the way through. Yeah, cool. I think we can just listen on the stream, see if we can get your voice back. There we go, Q2. Looks like from the view we've got here that it's a light rain. Let me put the telemetry up. Yeah, everyone seems to be on intermediates. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's see the guys. While you've got intermediate conditions, you would want to get out there and bank a lap as fast as you can. On the bottom left-hand side of our screen, we've got a bit of a Codemasters glitch. I suspect it just says fastest lap buddies. That's from quite early on in Q1. That seems to be stuck on the screen. Let's hope that goes away in time. And let's see who's first out. Looks to me like it's Kia Brutta in the AlphaTauri. Confirmation that is on the Inters. I'll drive on board of them. I'd call that light rain, but it's definitely wet conditions. Yeah, we'll just follow him around a bit, just try to see how well he's able to get the power down. Yeah, seems to be smooth enough for now. There we go, looks like on track we've got here. Berta, you'll have the first flying lap. We'll catch him as that happens. Then it looks like Eugene. Then I think Josh. Yes, it is Josh. Then the teacher Zere, he's out there. Then one of the Mercs looks like Bob, and then Buddies. Ronald also says the game sounds a bit slow on the stream. Not sure why, Ronald. We'll keep trying a few tricks, see if we can make something better. And here goes our first flying lap in Q2. It's Gerard Buerta on the AlphaTauri. He'll put the first lap down for us. I must say on my side it is a bit clearer, Wezo. I'll go try and listen on the stream. So I'm on board with Gerard Buerta. If you want to just talk through his lap a second and let me listen on the stream. Yeah, Wiz, I'm sorry, I'm listening on the stream. We still can't hear you. I'm gonna just try check one or two settings online. I'll just let you know if there's something else we can try. Does Gerard have a flat? He does have a. There we go. There we go. Eugene goes past. Eugene will put the first lap down for us. And it's a. Blah, blah, blah. No, looks like he's just starting a lap. Maybe he invalidated his previous lap, not sure. Yeah, because Josh just put in the time, 1:57.3. The teacher's at a 1:59. Buddies goes quicker, 1:54. Yeah, that must be the better pace. Top Dog as well, 1:54.7. Let me see who else is on the lap. Super D. We'll follow Super D around. Give me 1 second, gents. We're just checking settings on our side. I'll be back shortly. There we go, still on a lap with Super D. Looks like he's doing okay out there. Yeah. Yeah, all good, all good. Alright, there we go. If someone on the stream can just tell us if there's any improvement in the sound. In the meantime, I'm still on board with Super D. He's still trying to get his first lap in. Sounds like he's fighting for grip there, but I saw a purple sector 1, purple sector 2. See yellow flag somewhere, sector 1, 2. Looks like could have been the teacher. No, nothing wrong with his car. Maybe he just got out the way for someone. Now all looks good there. Let me flick back to Super D. He's in sector 3, through the tunnel. 1, 2, 3 corners left to go. Seems fairly uneventful. This final corner is so lucky in the dry, you just throw it in. In the wet, you really have to know the line. It's a 155 only. Let me show gap to leader perhaps. There we go. Yeah, that's 2.3 seconds off the pace. So far it's Eugene with a 152.8, and more than a second behind him is Top Dog. And then it's Yaku. He's up on the top of the list today in quali. He's definitely his track. Then we've got Barry's in 5th, Ruan 6th, Super D, we just watched him in 7th. Nam is Sesson in 8th. And Bob is in 9th. Someone just put a time in, it's Grimjaw with a 152.7 top of the log. No issues there with grip for Grimjaw. Further down 11th is Josh. I suspect he must have a bit more pace than that. Way off the pace, like 4.5 seconds or so. The teacher ZA must have more pace there. Gerard, we saw him pit with a puncture. He's coming out the pits again to try get a lap on board. Barry's, we just saw him. He went fast as 152.1. That's half a second faster. It looks to be like the track is speeding up now. I'm just getting track temperatures up, getting a nice dry racing line perhaps. Let me go on board with Barry's. Yeah, it's definitely still raining. It's definitely call this light rain. Not a massive dry line, but the track is definitely getting better by the looks of it. Grimjaw was, I think, on another lap. That's invalidated. Eugene in the pits, Top Dog in the pits, Yaku in the pits. Ronald, he's out on another lap. 2.5 seconds slower, so this is definitely not a push lap. Ruan, he's on an out lap, so we'll see where that goes. Super D, he is going into the pits. Nam Assassin currently a 9th. He's trying to improve his time. He's awfully close to that drop zone, about a 10th of a second to Bob behind him is 10th. Bob's still in the pits. There's 4 minutes left to go, I think. Yep, is that Bob coming out? I think so. Yes, it is. Caught Bob just in time. Bob is, of course, safe at the moment, but definitely not safe enough. I think there's a lot of time to be made up here from 156 to 152. 4 seconds off the pace, so didn't get the right lap in first time around. Also out is Josh. He is not safe in 11th, so he'll have to try. Then we see the teacher ZA is coming out for another lap. And then Gerard Buerta, he is about to start the lap, in fact, of Singapore. Let me take you through this lap. Been pretty cautious getting the power on, as you'd expect in wet conditions. You can cut this first curb, that's the second one. This one you just tuck in and try to get the power on as soon as you can. In the wet, of course, you don't want anywhere near too much power in the dry. This is one of those corners you can attack a little. He's a bit tentative in the wet. No DRS today. And Assassin getting out the way nicely. Yeah, we can just see from Claret here, it's not the Singapore of dry with super stick tires where you just throw it into the corner, pray it sticks. It's definitely picking your line. It's definitely easy, smooth throttle application. So far looks like a clean enough lap, no real dramas. Very nice line through there, and makes the exit nice and straight onto the what would have been the second DRS zone. No such luck tonight. Purple sector 2, it's telling us. It did look super clean, so well done Claret. We'll watch until the end of this lap to see where he ends up. He has not put a time in, of course. He's got a puncture in his first flying lap attempt. Final few corners now to go. And it's again wet quali is not as much fun. You're not attacking this sector as much as it's nice as you would in the dry. Final corner to go. Oh, we have to watch the exit there. And he goes 10th, 155. Very nice lap indeed. That's safe for now. Let's see who else is on a lap. Looks like Nam Assassin. He's just started a flying lap. Then I think Super D, he's getting out of people's way. That I think is Ruan going past him. Super D starting a lap, I think Ruan finishing a lap, and Ruan goes 6th, he does improve. In front of him, Super D, I said, is starting a lap. Let's watch Josh, he is sector 2 now. He is in the drop zone at 12th. It's showing us purple sector 2 as well. It's showing 1.9 seconds up on himself, which means he is already knocking on the door for something like 8th, 9th, 10th. He can probably find more time in the last sector. Let's see how that goes. Hey, how's it, Wiz? Perfect, I'm gonna go check that for us quickly. Cool, guys, I'm just, won't talk for a while, I'm just going to check some settings. Josh, by the way, goes 7th. Oh, the teacher against the wall again. We'll just watch Bob as he completes his lap and stays 12th. Let's stay on Bob. I'm just going to try the settings. Excuse me for a second, people. Apologies for that, ladies and gents. Just trying to fix our audio. Q2's just about finished. Here we go. Josh crosses the line. He ended up 7th in the end. There we go, and our standings after Q2. It's Barry's, Grimjaw, Eugene, Yaku, Top Dog, Ruwan, Josh, Killer Bee, Nan Assassin. They all go through. I'm not sure why these are grayed out, but it's a Super D, I think, for some reason should go through. I don't know why his name's grayed out. We will see when we go to Q3. And then Gerard, Bertha, Bob, and the teacher ZA. And not to forget Avilach that we lost in Q1. Wezo, are you back with us? Wesley, I'm just checking if you can hear me. Okay, here we are, Q3. Guys have fitted inters again, so we know 150, what was it, 152s I think we saw in Q2, so let's call that the benchmark for now. It's difficult to say. Looks like Bob's having fun. It's difficult to say if the conditions are the same as before. We will find out. Looks like Josh is out in front. Behind Josh, I think it's Ruwan. Yeah, and if I look on board Josh, it looks like there's no actual rain falling. Track's definitely not dry. Only 12 minutes of quali. In fact, now there's only 10.5 minutes left. Not a lot of spray behind the cars either, so this track will dry really quickly if there's no rain. So at the moment it looks like the guys are going to try and get a lap in on the inters, and unless some brave man jumps out onto the softs, I wonder if that's what Grimjaw is doing. He's hanging about in the pit. We could be waiting for that.
Fixed my technicality. Apologies for that. Still trying to figure out this stuff, but looks like it's working now.
Yeah, perfect. I really hope so. It's back. I think we've got Warlock and Ronald on the stream. If they can maybe check for us if they can hear us. Warlock showing his support for Barry's, and Barry's definitely seems to have the pace. So we'll see
like
how
it's
he's
up, Mr. Ron?
Yeah, when I drive on board, I don't see rain. When I look behind the cars, I don't see a lot of spray. So I think it's definitely Inter's weather, but it should dry quickly, eh?
Yeah, I think that we're gonna form a very dry line very quickly, and the pace will just increase, making it very interesting for this quali though.
Yeah, there's only 9.5 minutes left, so the guys will have to put a lap in now, and then come in and explore with the soft.
Yep. Yeah.
But Razor on the stream is saying, good evening gents, good luck to all the drivers. Hope you're enjoying your birthday dinner, Mr. Razor. Sorry about your unlucky internet or power connection last night.
Yeah, it was bad luck for him and for me, so let's make it all squared. I think that championship's gonna go down to the wire.
No, it's gonna go quite deeper, definitely. Right now I've got on board with Josh. He's the first guy to put in a flying lap. Seems like no drama, no invalidation, just getting through the lap. We'll see now when he crosses the line if he beats that magical 152 number. It's far away, hey, from that 152 to what should the quality time be, 134.
Yeah, that shows you how big the gap is between full wets and inters. I mean, I think we saw 159s in Q1, and we are already almost 10 seconds down from
Yeah,
this dryness. So it just shows you the big gap between the tires.
and the next jump to a bone dry track is like another 18 seconds or something stupid.
Yeah, I think it might be dry enough for softs at maybe 3 minutes. 3 minutes to go, so we might see very great flying laps here at the end. Make it interesting for quali, because I see all the more or less spray on the surface.
Okay, first guy to cross the line, Ruan 153. Just behind him is Josh. 154 from Josh. And then I think Top Dog, but Top Dog is coming into the pits. He won't complete that. Then Nam Assassin, he's the next guy to come over the finishing line. Where does Nam go? Third, 154.6. Then I think it's Buddies. It is Buddies indeed. Yeah, it looks a lot drier now.
Yeah.
He goes 152.
That's a nice time from Barry's there. See Killer Bean also coming through the low sector now.
And then Eugene on a 152.5. Let's watch Killer Bean.
154.2. Puts him in P4. Not bad at all.
Yeah, the gap's a lot closer than they were previously, I think. Let me just go on board with Killer Bean. The track is dry.
Might go for another lap if he has enough fuel.
Dry enough, maybe? What would you do, Wezo?
I think I will let the guys try it out for me. Stay out in the pits and wait for maybe 2 minutes and just put in one flyer with the softs. You never know. Maybe just pulls it off and get P1. And like you said, track position in this track is key. I think if you can get ahead, it's very close to Monaco in a way, but there's not a lot of overtaking space. So if you can just 80% of the job's done, if you can quali good, and then just keep track position and don't make mistakes.
Yeah, I'm watching Barry's. He's about a second up on himself, so he's looking into the 151s, I think, which is where Grimjaw is, by the way. 151.8. We missed Grimjaw's time there. Sorry, Trevor. Eugene goes 152.5. Barry's 152.8. Then some guys in Ruan in 153s, and the other guys somewhere in the 154. So second or two to find for some of the gents. Let's see Barry's. He is improving on his lap. Final corner now. And it's pole position for now, 151.7. Not a bad lap for provisional pole. As I can see, Yakunachel is still in the pits. Top Dog is on an out lap, again on inters. And I'm surprised nobody's trying a soft. I would just try it now.
Look like Yaku's trying that. He's waiting for the track to dry out, and then he's gonna nail a quick fast lap in with a soft.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what you do. Do you go out a little bit early with time to spare? Do you do 2 out laps to prepare the tire? Do you just wait? Yeah, I see Ruan as well has gone for the soft.
Yeah, soft is on now. This is going to be interesting.
No, I think the track's ready. I honestly
think the later
so.
you go
DRS
out,
enabled. There we go.
The later you go out, the more chances of getting better time. Just to get all the spray off the surface.
Yes, and Ronald says we can hear Wesley now. Thank goodness.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, thanks for the confirmation and for the assistance there, gents. Just trying to figure out this.
Cool, it looks like Ruan first guy out in soft, so Wezo, you can take us through watching him.
Awesome. Ruan, am I right?
That's Ruan, yeah.
Okay, he's just warming up the tires now, he's on an out lap.
It looks bone dry if I go on board.
Yeah, it does. It looks dry.
Look, the track will still be a bit green, I guess.
Also has put it on his softs now, if I can see on the telemetry. So it looks like
there we go.
Guys are changing. See Killer Bean
coming out the pits. Where's Yaku? Yaku's
still waiting. I think he's playing the long game.
I've heard someone called him, oh, it just says he's joined, so maybe he
Oh,
left the
maybe
session.
lost some connection.
But
No,
he's
I
got
think
time,
maybe
he's
lost
got time.
connection. Yeah. Just sitting here, Rowan is on his outlet.
I've heard someone call Yaku Mr. Singapore.
Is it?
I don't know where I heard it, but he's going to have
to
jump in his car now, get those softs on, get out there and show me why that's the case. Alright, where's Ruan? Is starting it?
Ruan is going into sector 3 now.
Okay, he's
so just warming up his tires.
Not many guys out there, so it's Ruan, then Eugene.
See, there's a yellow flag in Q2. Might be just slow driving.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, so I can see Ruan putting on max mode.
There we go. I'm going to go on board with him. Where's that take us through his lap?
Okay, there we go. He's off. DRS enabled. Full speed down the straight. Hitting about 300 kilometers per hour. Have to be subtle through here. Easily make a mistake. Nice, gentle on the throttle. Short shifting it out on 4th gear. Tricky corner. Then DRS after this point. Full speed all the way. Passing the 300 mark at 50-meter mark, brakes hard, gentle through the corner, 90 degrees. And then yeah, this is a very tricky corner. First sector is a purple one for Ruan, gently on the throttle through the chicane, reach the apex perfectly. Yeah, this corner, yeah, underneath the tunnel, it's a tough one. Because as soon as you hit that corner, you have to brake so hard. Otherwise, you overshoot it. But looks like Ruan nails it. It could have been a bit better.
And in the race, it's a lot of laps to keep concentration there as well.
Exactly. And then here is my least favorite part, sector 3. So much 90-degree corners. But looks like he's managing well. Nice, it's the apex. Both of them. Looks very, very clean. Overshoots that one a little bit. Yeah, I've realized you have to maybe just put in third, cruise through the corners. Now it's flat out all the way. Maybe one gear down around the last corner. He's playing it safe. And he puts up a time of 1:43.
There we go. That's a lot closer. Still a few seconds, I think, off. Let's see where Eugene is. We missed Killer Bean. He looks like he DNF'd. And he commented here on the stream to say, whoops, Ronald will wait for you to post footage of your whoops.
Yeah, so we can always have a laugh together.
Let's see Eugene as he crosses the line.
And Eugene takes provisional pole.
Provisional pole, 1:42.9. Who else is out on track?
I think Barry's sector 3.
Ruan is having another run. Ruan is half a second quicker than himself in sector 1. Behind him is that Josh. Josh is invalidated. He will be out of quali. Is that Barry's on a lap?
I think Mr. Ron, you should take us through Mr. Singapore's lap. He's on a flyer at the moment. Yaku.
There we go, Mr. Singapore. Looks like he hooks up that left-hander. You got to tuck it left here, cut it right on the power as soon as you can, but just so carefully. Yeah, no drama from Yaku. I'll tell you the difference between Ruan and Yaku's lap is Ruan seemed to, for me, look a bit tentative, like he was trying to feel the track. I think Yaku didn't have to put a time on enter, so he's just thrashing it out there. He seems way more confident. We'll see if that translates into lap time. He's in sector 3 now. Gets that corner much nicer than by comparison Ruan did. He's on the power straighter and quicker.
As you're saying that, Ruan improves on his second one.
There we go, Ruan 141. Barry's a 140.2. And Mr. Singapore.
Oh, at the end. Where did it put Yaku?
Missed his time, second.
Oh, second place, Mr. Singapore. Nice.
What a one-lap wonder by Mr. Singapore. Yaku Nako, love it, boy. And take
And
us through our top 10 there, Wezo.
so on pole we got Barry's, brilliant stuff from him, putting a 140.2. We got Yaku P2, Mr. Singapore, showing Ron out the theory that can be done. And then Ruan on 3, Eugene 4th. We got Mr. Grimjaw in 5th place tonight with the McLaren. Josh 6, Nemesis and Killer Bean who didn't make, I think crashed out. And then Top Talk that didn't post a time. So that will be our top 9. I think it's going to be a very interesting one. And I think that method did work. Yaku was waiting for the track to dry out and then put the last flyer in.
No, great
Not too
time.
bad at all.
Great time. That's pressure, eh?
That's pressure.
You only have one lap, you can't invalidate. Oh, and it's rain.
It's, they say it's not it's Singaporean.
We are full of jokes. We know it's going to be a good race. It's very nice. It's very nice when it rains around Singapore. I think, 2018 race with all the Ferrari carnage in the corner one. Heartbreaking stuff. I think the last time said Vettel was in a championship battle. That's probably when it started unfolding.
I think the year after that they had a lot of wings on the back order to make sure it doesn't happen again. So just waiting for Coach Masters to let the guys in, and then we can start up a nice race. It's going to be full of action-packed.
So just a nice reminder for everyone, we had a pretty much wet quali all around. We only had 5 drivers do times in Q3 right at the end on soft tires. And it's the formation lap now. We see everyone's on, what are these, full wets?
Just want to make sure. It looks like full wets. That's correct, Ron.
Cool, let me just put some telemetry on. So Barry is our pole sitter. Nice to see him up there. Mr. Singapore Yaku. It says predicted stops round about lap 10 to 15. You throw away one set of wets and pick up another set. And then Ruan, he had a good showing in quali. In Eugene, he had pace early on. I think if there's a few more dry laps, he could have challenged there, but sitting nicely on the second row. Mr. Grimjaw Jagger, he did not get a dry time in tonight. That's why he's down in 5th. And sharing that third row with Josh, who's championship rival. They'll have to keep it clean in turn 1. That first, second, third corner, where's so easy to trip up over people there, eh?
Ronnie, definitely. I always like to be calm in the beginning. No rush for overtaking. I mean, I think there's like 30 odd laps.
Yeah, 31 laps.
Yeah, so no rush. Play the patient game. No need to rush for things. And then get on the DRS straight. Make sure you overtake the guy there. Because sometimes when you force overtake, you can just cause yourself harm. Especially with simulation damage. See a few guys lagging. I think Yaku's internet is bugging around. It's a bit disappointing, especially when he puts up a good lap like that. Killer Bean also looks like got a cross on his name. Don't know if it's. And Ruan as well. I think.
Yeah, Ruan as well.
Grimjaw as well.
Let's hope
Let's hope this lobby doesn't crash.
Yeah, look, I think in the wet the guys could be ghosting in their hot lap. They might be cheeky and trying to save some damage. As the guys in the last few corners, let me just show you the starting grid. It's Barry's, it's Yaku, it's Ruan, then Eugene, Grim, Josh, Nam, Assassin, Killer Bean, Top Dog, Super D, that's your top 10. And then 11th is Gerard Buerta, then Bob, then the teacher ZA, who seemed to have a trying time in quali. Avila, who looked like he had a bit of pace and then he had a bit of wall. And Torment Kills. We think Torment's in the session. He's spinning his car around at the back. Not sure what's happening there with Torment. But we also had
a lot of guys who is I think if you sit on Nemesis and just look at Nemesis, and then you see Grimjaw, Eugene, Yaku, everybody is like, I don't know if it's a faulty lobby or something.
I hope not. If you can maybe just Reza help us watch the Discord channel. Let's see if anything happens there. Let me go back to Torment as he lines up. Then I'll go all the way to Burries in front. Let's wait for those lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights, and as Escom says, it's lights out, and away we go in Singapore. I can't quite see who had a better start, but it looks like Burries and Yaku were just stuck in behind each other. Eugene third, and then Grim and Ruan having a bit of a battle. Looks like they got through that cleanly. Yeah, Yaku's still in fourth.
It looks like everything is back to normal. I think it's only Yaku that's lagging or has faulty internet. I have to say, Nemesis had a few nice places picking up, puts him in P4. Brilliant stuff from Mr. Nam.
Very nice, Nam, and as we see Grim struggling, doesn't seem to be any damage. He was up to about third, fourth, and now back to
I think he just disconnected. I think Nam just disconnected.
Ooh, Yaku is on the stream. He says it's a load shedding. It's not him. So, unfortunately for Yaku, yeah, we can see he's ghosting. That is a pity. Out in front though, it's Burries with 2.5 seconds already. So he got the perfect start. Guys behind him were scrapping, and he just said goodbye. Behind him is Eugene and then Ruan. Ruan making the most of tonight. Nam Assassin seems to be chasing Ruan down. He's looking very racy in this first lap so far. And then Gerard Buerta, he is all the way in fifth. Where did he start? Let me look at position changes.
Nice stuff from Josh also there, overtaking it. Grimjaw back in the mix now. Just got his... So they say it can be a one-stop race if it keeps on raining this hard. I think the guys will put at lap 15.
Just watching the position changes, Gerard Buerta up 6 places from 11th to 5th.
Oh, brilliant stuff from Mr. Buerta there.
Virtual safety car, I think that's for
Super D's gone out.
That's Super D.
I think he might have lost it.
I think no one will pop into the pit, surely not.
I doubt it. Especially not Barry's. I think Barry's has a nice lead, and even Eugene struggling to catch him at the moment.
Yeah, I can't see anybody jumping into the pits. Is that the teacher?
Looks like Codemasters is
watching the teacher.
Hacking my... I think Codemasters is hacking my telemetry here. I don't know.
Yeah, it goes a bit haywire sometimes, specifically when there's changes. I see Torment as well. Torment and Super D are DNF. Torment, we'll see now, he's in the, looks like the third corner. So that must have happened after the safety car. Yep, there's Torment against the wall between the second and third corner.
Grimjaw still having connectivity issues.
Yeah, he
puts him all the way down to P10.
In terms of championship battle, it's the 3.
And this might just give Josh a nice gap to just catch a bit on the points. I think we still have like 7 or 8 races left for the season.
Yeah, Josh, Burries and Eugene, they need to, and Ruan in fact, they all need to keep it super clean. Now, Top Dog is in 12th. He also looks like he's ghosting.
And Gigi Buerta just lost it into the wall. Unfortunate. Lost his whole wing.
Oh, he looks
That's
like
gonna have to go pit for him.
Whole wing is off. He has to pit.
Yep, whole wing is off. Unfortunately, just missed the brake marker there and hit the wall. And then Killer Bean and Josh took advantage of that, passing him.
Oh yeah, Gerard's wing is all kinds of messed up.
Yep.
Undrivable that will be.
Yes.
And it's only a virtual safety car. That should end pretty soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, at least it will give him a few seconds just to catch up because they're already in sector 3. Because that wing change can take a few seconds.
Yeah, I'm just watching on our Discord channel. We'll keep watching at it. Looks like some oaks are having some errors in the game. We'll see how that works out.
Yeah, I see Paris is having a blast because he's 3 seconds clear of Eugene and just increasing the gap. He's like Mr. Rainier. Yeah, he's nailing the smoke.
Okay.
Nice traction. Does it look like we're gonna restart?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm just on board with Burries as we back online there. I'm just going to mute myself for a second. Let me just figure out what we do with the lobby here. Looks like someone's having an issue.
No problem. Oh, Ruan lets Nemesis and buy. I don't know why. Killer Bean and B6. He's 2 seconds away from Josh, FTRF1 Josh. Avila all the way from P14 up to P7, making a headway, and only 0.6 seconds away from Killer Bean. So that's some good numbers. That's Avila is picking up. Grimjo also back from P10 back to P8. And Avila just oversteers a bit on that corner and gives Grimjo half its chance to hit back at him.
Yeah, I've been listening where you're commentating, so I am on board with Abilak at the moment.
Yeah, I have to say, Abilak has picked up some nice places. He was all the way from P14 all the way back to P7. And I'm sitting on Grimjo, just putting the fastest lap of 2 minutes and 3 seconds. So he's also in the mix behind Killer Bean and Abilak. And yeah, Josh just trying to break away from Killer Bean now.
Looks like it's raining quite a bit, eh?
Yeah, that's soaking out, yeah. It's pouring. It's pouring here in Singapore.
Singaporean.
Name Assassin, I have to say, brilliant stuff from him. He's in a podium position at the moment.
Yeah, behind him is Ruan. Ruan seems to be keeping tabs, 1.8 seconds. We'll watch that gap. Still a long race to go. Lap 4 of 31. We've seen a virtual safety car. We've seen Torment and Super D DNF, and we've seen Gerard Britta and the teachers that they have to pit for wings.
I see Killer Bean and Grimjo also lagged out again. So I don't know. It might be some weird stuff going on in this lobby. I mean, I also had my own problems last night where I was ghosting, but I'm not sure. And now we see tonight the same thing here, Mr. Ron.
Yeah, the guy who's not having any issues is Barry is out in front, 3.5 seconds, takes fastest lap on lap 5. Behind him Eugene, then Nam, and I'll tell you what, Ruan is now within a second of Nam Assassin, so that's where the action will be on track pretty soon.
Yeah, I see Gigi Buerta is also closing up on, not sure, who's the other AlphaTauri? I think it's the teacher. Yeah, I just passed him now.
That's the Williams of the teachers today.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Carrot immediately makes up a play
yeah,
after he stopped. Yeah, I wonder how long Carrot's wet tires will last now. Long way to go in this race. We'll have to see how that goes. And he's in the pits again.
Safety
Not
car.
sure why.
There we go. Safety car. Not a bad strategy from him. Fresh pair of I think it's wets again, yeah.
I can't tell what the safety car is for,
how
by
many
the way.
wets do you get allocated?
I am not sure.
I think it's 2. I'm not sure. So it might be an old 2 or 3. I'm not sure.
I've got a feeling it's 2 sets of wets, not quite sure.
So,
I can't see
that
why
means
there's a safety car. I'm just flicking through the drivers.
Just saw Rowan left the session, so I'm not sure if that's an internet issue or what's happening.
Yeah, he seems to be driving. Looks like Ruan is possibly ghosting. No, it looks fine now. It's hard to tell. Josh has moved up to 5th in all of that.
And Rowan is back. Assassin still in P3. Trying to break away from Rowan now. We'll give him a bit of advantage now that Rowan was disconnected.
Yeah, but it is a safety car now. I'm not sure why there's a safety car, but they'll all back up to each other pretty shortly.
Yeah, because we didn't lose anyone, so I don't know where the safety car is.
Barry's did go into the pits. He's maybe decided early pit stop will, and a cheap one under the safety car. He rejoins in 3rd, and the guys in front of him have to pit, so maybe Barry's is
not a bad decision then.
Nothing wrong. I don't think he's got anything to lose from there.
You can just now increase a longer stint. And we never know, it might dry up later stages of the race. Guys might be going on to Inters, putting in some faster times.
Let me just see who has pitted. Barry's Eugene as well, by the way. Eugene's pitted. Behind him.
Looks like Killer Bean as well.
Killer Bean in the pits right now, so good call by Ronald. And then Bob in the pits as well. And the guys who haven't pitted, they won't be able to pit next lap around because they would just lose so much time now that the pack is closed up again.
But Mr. Name Assassin leading the race.
Yeah, there we go. He looks nice in his, I know you like the Renaults, in his full black helmet. It suits the car quite well. He's been driving quite well tonight. Looking very sharp in 1st position. But behind him, Ruan, who's also looked extremely useful around Singapore, so don't throw him away. Let's just go see Yaku. I can't see if Yaku's in the race. No, it looks like he's still ghosting.
I think he is totally out because of load shedding. And Top Dog as well, also ghosting.
Yeah, what a pity. That really is a pity. Let's just see. I can't tell. Grimjaw. Looks like Grimjaw's got a cross next to his name as well, so.
I think one of the biggest winners here at the moment is Mr. Avila. He's jumped 8 positions, starting in P14, I think, all the way up to P6.
Here we go, that's right, 8 positions, and Nam 6 positions, 7th to 1st. Those are the 2 guys sitting pretty.
That's actually very nice. All the way from 7th to 1st. Ooh.
Oof, Avila nearly goes into the back of Josh.
Very close.
Oh, I clenched with all of me, I clenched for him.
I saw that. That was very close. And you know the bikes are not the best in the wet weather. Eh?
Absolutely not. No, and once you lock him, you'll slide straight into him. So,
yep.
You and I know exactly what that feels like. Your whole body goes tense, and you just pray, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, damage was avoided, contact was avoided. I think most
so
of the
at the end of the day,
cars
well kept out of trouble there.
I think most of the cars would catch up in this lap. It's lap 7. So I think at the end of this lap, we probably should go again. We are not quite sure why the safety car. We haven't lost another driver except for Super D and Torment early on, I think first sort of lap or two already.
Interesting, because both Torment and Super D was Virgils, and then we don't lose someone at all, and then it's a full safety. Interesting.
Very, very strange. Anyway, I'm glad we didn't lose someone. We only have 13 drivers left. And as a driver that's not as quick as some of you guys in our league, I know when I see 13 drivers left, I get excited because I know there's a chance for points. So yeah, everyone's got a chance here. I mean, it's just there's another 24 laps in this race. So still a long way to go. A lot can still happen. It looks like we're going to have wet conditions all the way through. So it's not going to get any
these
easier.
Conditions. It's anyone's game. And it's basically a full reset now with the safety car. Bringing everybody up close enough. So I think we're going to see a few nice overtakes here. Guys exploiting other guys' mistakes. But I think the best at the moment, Barry's Eugene. They're on fresh wets. Everybody still has to pit, except for Killer Bean and Bob. But they're quite a far way behind Barry's and Eugene.
Yeah, that could be a great advantage right now. It looks like Bob is about to catch them in Sector 3. Gerard just behind Bob. So we'll wait for the news. I hope safety car is in. We want to see the action going. Then we go to the front of the pack.
Still another one. Looks like it's going to be another one.
There we go. Here we are, lap 8. It's Nam Assassin. He's looking nasty there. Ruan going to give him horns, but sitting pretty as well. Barry's in Eugene. They have put it. And then it's Josh Avilach Grimjol. We think Yakunachel, but we think he's not actually here. Then Killer Bean. Then Top Dog, who we also think is not actually in the race. And then the teacher ZA, Bob, and Gerard Witter. I haven't seen why Bob is so far back. He doesn't look like he's ghosting or anything.
Oh well, if you sit on GG, then you see Bob's not ghosting.
Yeah, it looks perfect. So Bob's maybe just had an incident or two. Bob started 11th, I think, so he's down to 13th. Oh, and Gerard Witter goes into the back of Bob. That's unlucky.
Oh, unlucky, and he loses a front wheel. That's out for him, unfortunately.
DNF as well. I'm not sure what that means for safety car restart, but I think he's probably off the track.
I think he'll come in. Yeah.
I think his car will disappear off track in the next couple of seconds. So then there were 12. Unfortunate incident there by Gerard under the safety car.
Oh, one positive is that nobody has penalties, so it's a free for all still, yeah?
Yeah, I've been watching that. We haven't had too many proper racing laps, but yeah, no penalties. I find in Singapore everyone starts clean and then towards the end they start racking up. Safety car in this lap, there we go.
I think it's because at the end it's a very concentrated type of track, so you lose concentration when you're driving for more than an hour on this lap. And you just may slip 1 or 2 penalties through. So what do you think? Do you think Ruan can overtake Nam at the start? A little bit of
yeah, Nam has
some slipstream, yeah?
Nam has seemed solid, but I'll tell you what, under the restart there's a lot of pressure when you know you first. It's your place to lose. And safety car
especially at the braking points,
into the distance, so Ruan does now control the pace. Behind him some guys are warming up tires. Ruan's tucked in right behind him. I think Ruan is...
Nam Assassin is off. Big start for Nam.
And Barry's looking quite close to Ruan, but no DRS, so it'll be hard to pass.
Oh, Nam loses it. Nam loses it. Oh no.
Is he out? Oh no, he's just in the wall.
Luckily not out, but I think he got some wing damage though.
I don't see any wing damage. That's amazing.
I think he overpowered it through that first corner and then just slipped.
There we go, and Barry's on the newer tyres. He just walks past Ruan. Barry's back in the lead on brand new tyres. That's what he wanted from the restart. Ruan, he maintains his second. The view up front has changed slightly. Nam, by the way, he's recovered. He's racing in 7th. I don't see damage. We'll keep watching to see how that goes. And then Josh now in the podium position. So Avilach up to 4th.
And Kilabin at 5th. So two positions jump through him.
Ooh, Josh goes a bit wide. Looks like Avilach is right behind him now.
It looks like Josh is struggling for some traction.
And if he's struggling on traction, this is the wrong part of the track.
Yeah.
And behind Avilach, Kilabin also looking like he's keeping up with this battle here. Nam Assassin back up to 6th, so he's still very much in the points. So.
Yeah, fighting for it. Can he make a comeback?
And I'll tell you what, this battle we were watching, Josh, Avilach, Kilabin. I'll tell you what, Kilabin is one of the guys that pitted, so it seems the guys with the new tyres do have an advantage. Up front, Barry's is almost 3 seconds clear now. Then it's Ruan, and then a bit of a gap back to Josh, which is this battle we're watching. Then Avilach, then Kilabin.
I think patience is going to be key now at the moment. Short shifts.
Yeah, the last thing Kilabin wants to do is ruin these tyres. He'll want to push them to the end of the race, if that's at all possible. Elsewhere out on track, Nam Assassin, he's only 3.8 seconds behind Kilabin, so he looks like he's catching up to this pack again. The
looks like Bob's also making headway. He moved up to P9 now. Mr. Bob. Teacher Zeta, you said, is at P7. Not bad at all.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lonely race for him there, but that's okay. He can just eat up the laps now and enjoy 7th place for a while there's no challenges from behind or in front too much.
Telling you one thing, I think Kilabin is putting Avilach on a lot of pressure. It's like 0.6 seconds at the back of him.
Then we go back to that battle. There we go, right on board with Avilach, because then we can see Josh ahead and we can see Kilabin behind. And Kilabin is right there, hey?
Yep.
If DRS was enabled, I think he would have eaten him alive on the straight, but unfortunately that's not a possibility. Oh, and that's Josh makes a mistake. I can't see, doesn't seem like any wing damage by Josh, but that's allowed Nam Assassin to close up within half a second pretty much of Josh. We did say it looked like Josh was struggling for traction, and he had a bit of a spin there, allowed Avilach and Kilabin to go past.
And something very interesting I've noticed now is that Eugene has pitted for Indus.
He has. He has, you are right. Is it
he's making headway. He's making headway, so I don't know. If it dries up, it might work for him.
Yeah, it's worthwhile us watching Nam Assassin. He's doing really well, yeah. He's back in the fight, he's just behind Josh. Further up, Kilabin is still putting Avilach under pressure, but Avilach is he's got a podium position. He's going to fight that.
Yep, he's going to fight hard for that.
As hard as he can. He hasn't had as many podiums as maybe he did last season, so he'll love to have the feeling back of.
I mean, the only thing negative for him now at the moment is that he's on a 10-lap old wet, where Kilabin is on a 4-lap old wet, so Avilach still needs to pit.
Yeah, Ruan, Avilach, Josh and Nam, they're kind of in the same boat. They have to pit at some stage. And there's a chance that Barry's, Kilabin and Bob don't have to.
I think the big thing is for guys who pitted, who has fresh weights, is if there's another safety car, they can just pop in, where the other guys are still gonna have to pit while the race is continuing. So that's gonna put him at a disadvantage.
Oh, we have a first penalty. The teacher Zeta, he racks up a few seconds. That'll be for track limits. And can you believe it? We've been going for a while. It's only lap 11, so we're about a third of the way through this race. We spent a lot of that time between virtual safety cars and safety cars. We've lost Gerrit and Tormund Kills and Super D. 12 guys remain. And a few guys have now pitted for these inters, eh? It's Eugene, I see Yaku, I see Top Dog, I see Grimjaw. I'm not sure how many of those are.
I think Eugene just outsmarted everybody, because I know Yaku and Top Dog is ghosting, so obviously the AI pitted for them for inters. So that means that Eugene is in a brilliant position at the moment.
Very well done. I see Avilach and Chilabeen, they now decide it's time for new tyres. We'll see what they put on. Yep, inters for both of them. Avilach needs a new wing. That cost you what, at about 10 seconds?
And that moves Eugene all the way up to P4.
Oh, and the guys in front of Eugene, are they all going to surely dive into the pits now?
Yep, so that's why I'm saying Eugene has made a brilliant call earlier, before everybody take the chance, put the inters on, and that might just win in the race if he can keep being inconsistent.
Yeah, let me watch fastest laps, which I think, just trying to find it on the telemetry. Yep, Eugene, a 1:56. That's a full 2.5 seconds over Barry's fastest lap. So these inters are definitely working right now.
I think the rest of the grid will pop in now, top 3 for inters. They don't have a choice.
I'm watching.
If they don't do it,
yeah,
they're gonna lose a lot of time against Eugene.
If the inters have pace, now is a brilliant time, because they'll go all the way to the end. It's only, well, I guess it's still 19 laps if I'm right. Barry's, yep, he jumps into the pits. Oh, Barry's takes a wing.
It's a wing.
Ah, Barry's.
Unlucky. That's gonna cost him another few seconds.
Oof, that's 10 seconds plus his escapades off track. That's gonna put Ruan much closer. You see Ruan jumping into the pits at the back.
Can Ruan beat him in the pits? I think it's possible.
Oh
no, looks like he's out.
Yeah, Ruan does have to pit still. I think Ruan's pit box is at the end. Yep.
Assassin's staying out. Oh,
where's
no,
Eugene? Oh, Eugene on the start-finish straight. I think Barry's will come out okay.
Oh, this is going to be closer on. And Eugene takes it.
A bow, Eugene. Take a bow. That's brilliant,
what a strategy.
Brilliant strategy.
What a strategy. Brilliant stuff.
And
race leader, Eugene.
And if Barry's would have been fine if he didn't have the wing, but that's what this is about. You've got to keep it clean. You've got to minimize the damage.
And I think a big thing is Barry's is going to have to get his inters up to temperature now. So that's going to give Eugene even another bigger gap.
Yeah,
because I think his inters are already 3 laps old.
The only thing for Barry's, I guess, is a bit further down the line. There's a chance that Barry's maybe his tires go a bit deeper into this race, and he has a moment towards the end where he can keep quicker lap times going. We'll see how that plays out. But absolutely everybody now into those inters. Everyone's caught the hint. And Eugene, the trendsetter, he's 2.5 seconds clear in front.
But we have to ask ourselves, is it possible to overtake someone here if they are consistent without DRS?
Yeah,
I think it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, if the guy doesn't make a mistake, I think it's almost impossible without DRS. Even with DRS, it's you've got to have some sort of advantage out the corner before the stroke. So.
And I know Eugene is not He's a very, very fast driver. So if he can keep it consistent, he's got this one in the bag.
Just watch for fastest lap. I've been watching Eugene's second time, so it's been quicker. It's not fastest lap, but he goes faster than he's been before. But Burries is keeping pace with him. He's only 2.5 seconds, so kind of maintaining that gap. Behind him is Ruan. What's happened? Where am I looking?
Big Grimjaw, Bob, big battle at the moment. Grimjaw side to side, trying to take Bob on the inside. And it didn't work out so well. Playing it safe.
I see Grim backed out of that one. Grim's a wise old fox. I'm on board with Grim, so let's see. Looks like this is the battle to watch right now.
Maybe the straight he can pull it off.
Looks like Bob is struggling because Grim is definitely having to be very cautious.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Bob has a dry setup.
Oh, Eugene has crashed out. Safety car.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
Where is Eugene? Oh, no.
Oh, he's off. Wheel off.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. That's another safety car. Does anyone need to fix? I don't think so.
Ew.
We were just singing Eugene's praises. His car is now off the track. The pack isn't too far spread, so they'll catch up to each other pretty soon. Okay, who's left in this race? On lap 14, it's Barry's. He's been on pole and second and fourth and back up to first. So it's his race to keep clean, I guess, and lose. No one else bringing the fight in too hard. Eugene did, but we saw what happened to Eugene. And then Ruan, he's still staying consistent. He's still in second. He is still loving life in that horse tonight. And Killer Bean Ronald, I'll tell you what, he's in the podium positions. He's jumped Abilak and Josh now. Yeah,
I saw Abilak and Josh moving down one. And Killer Bean, I think pit strategy wise, just help for him. At least see Ruan's falling in the pits. He's going for fresh. And I think if we're lucky, we might just see at the end of this race.
Yeah, Burries did the same. Burries did the same, went for brand new inters. That's a useful spot. They had time behind him. Let's put Killer Bean in front, I'll tell you that. That's the risk. It's put Josh ahead of them. It's put Abilak ahead of them, and these guys don't have old tires. They might make it to the end of this race on those tires. We'll see how that plays out. Looks like nobody else in the pit, so lap 15 under the safety car. Let's update that order again. That's Killer Bean. Well done, Ronald. That's nice to see up there. Then Josh, he's I think struggled in this race, but he's in second place. So whichever way he got there, he's obviously doing enough things right. Abilak in third. He looks racy tonight in the podium positions, but behind him, someone who's looking great here in Singapore is Burries. He's currently in fourth, but he's on brand new inters. We'll see what that does later. Behind him, Ruan copied Burries' call. He's also on brand new inters in fifth. And then the teacher ZA, he is making up places as this race goes. He's currently on sixth in the right tire. That's going okay. Nam Assassin, he's seventh. And we saw him have great pace early on. Maybe he can still do something here. Bob in ninth. And behind Bob is still Grim. I'm surprised you still see Grim there. We'll see how that works out later. And then not in the lobby, I think, is Yaku and Top Dog. So there's really only 9 drivers left.
Yeah, tricky track. Not very the best conditions you can ask for. But I have to say, I think Killer Bean made a right choice to stay out. I mean, 2 laps, old inters.
Can't make a massive difference, surely not.
So he just got pole or P1 at the moment. That's brilliant for him. Maybe he can pull it off, we never know. But I think the pressure on P1 It can play a big role. I mean, look what happened to Eugene, unfortunately.
Yeah, there we go. Well, looks like safety car, another lap. A few guys that still have to catch up. They will, I think, catch up by sector 1 or 2 already. Yeah, we never know. Where's suppose the guys picked on the data they have. Maybe they put 3 laps in on the inters, and Barry's would have seen that he was already having enough tyre wear to give him concern. But we'll find out, I guess. 15 laps to go. We're just past half race distance. We've had, I don't know, 2 safety cars, 2 virtual safety cars, a lot of rain, all the things you'd expect from Singapore.
I know that. I think the minimum or the... I know Inter can keep up about 15 laps, but the thing is, at the end of the day, if you put your tyre a bit further ahead, the big thing about this track, the overtaking, there's not a lot of chances, you don't have DRS, so...
No,
at the end of the day,
key.
if Killer Bean can defend well, I don't think the other guys will surpass him if there's not another safety car.
Absolutely, we think track position is pretty much everything, yeah. The guys are now getting towards the end of sector 2. Looks like the pack is just about all caught up. We're about
I think they might come in now. I think, but the other thing is to stay P1. I know it's a stressful feeling. So
especially in the rain. Safety car in the
mistake happens. So we'll have to keep a close eye on it.
I'll tell you what. I mean, I led France earlier this season in the rain. I knew the track so well. I practiced in the wet. And in the race, I just had 2-3 corners. I felt like I couldn't feel the grip anymore. The stress sets in before you know it, you're in the barrier. So yeah, it's very stressful. This is live. We're not. There's no redos. There's no flashbacks.
No flashbacks like career mode.
Well, let's watch Ronald. Now the Perfecto safety car. Behind him, Josh, then Avilach, then Paris, then Ruan. These are the guys that were scrapping it out all race long. I'm going to go on board with Avilach. Maybe he's got the best view of the guys in front.
Killer Bean loses it. Oh, but Josh overtakes him. I don't think he's allowed. He didn't pass the
we will see now if Josh has to give it back. Looks like Josh is slowing down. You see, I don't know. I can't tell.
Looks like the teacher lost it. He's way back.
Yeah, he's missing an end plate on the left. So yeah, interesting restart. It just looked like Killer Bean couldn't get the power down. It's so difficult. If you get it wrong there, the guys will eat you alive, which is what Josh did. We were querying whether he did that legally, but it seems like no penalties applied, so we assume he did do it legally. Avilach stayed right by Josh, so first and second now is our guys who've been fighting for fourth. They were fighting for fifth, they were fighting for third, and now they're fighting for the lead of this race. It's Avilach behind Josh.
Well, let me tell you one thing. Avilach just went up to P2. That's great for him. And he has the pace to win this race, I think.
I'm just watching Ruan and Barry's behind Killer Bean. They are much newer enters, and they seem like they're just pushing Ronald along. Nam Assassin is also in that battle. So is Grimjaw.
Looks like a four-way fight between Grimjaw, Nam Assassin, Ruan and Barry.
Yeah, and they're all right behind Killer Bean as well. So
yeah, that's nice racing this.
Let me just check gap to leader. 8 seconds separates the first 8, so that's exactly what we want to see. FTRF1 is about close racing. we also believe that you never give up, and for guys like Nam Assassin and Grimjaw, who's been fighting from the back, they are within 8 seconds of the lead, with 13 laps to go.
Oh, look at Grimjaw at the back. Can he make it? Oh.
Yeah, he's to tuck him behind Nam Assassin. You'll have to be
Some
patient.
Patient racing.
Yeah, this is yeah, if you watch from Barry's, he's right behind Killer Bean. Killer Bean is right behind Avilach now, so they've all caught Avilach. So they've just made this a 7-man race.
And just to go back to my point again, being P1, you have to be cool, calm and collected. I mean, look how quickly Killer Bean lost that 2 positions. Just maybe over eager at the beginning, tried to get the throttle down too early. Maybe had some wheel spin, and then Josh and Avila pounced on him and he lost that 2 positions. But luckily for him, he's still on a podium.
Yeah, look, and the guys look very matched for pace here, so I think it's anyone's game. I think it's a game of patience. Oh, Barry's. He goes too close to Killer Bean. Looks like he's missed a piece of his wing. We will try, see now. Yep, end plate on the right of that Merc. How damaging is that around this track, Wes?
Yep. Well, I'm telling you now, I think Ruan will be on him in the next few corners. Because without that end plate, especially on Owen, Ruan overshoots it there, but trying too hard to capitalize. But yeah, I mean, with a track like this, for a lot of corners, you need your wing.
Especially
that
in the
car
wet,
will be
right?
turning very bad now. Yeah, it will be turning like, it will be like an old city golf, I think.
Yeah, Barry's also gets a penalty there. He's obviously just in his old city golf struggling to make the apexes. Let's see Grimjaw right behind Nam Assassin. Who's got more ERS? No, Nam stays ahead. But for Grim, it's about scoring points in 7th and 6th and 5th. He'll still score a lot of championship points. And Barry, somehow, he's still staying right behind the guys in front. He's able to drive that car with the end plate or not. Strange enough, Ruan hasn't really caught him in the last lap or so.
Yep, very close battle between Barry's and Killer Bean. I think that's the closest battle at the field at the moment. And then Avila was not too far from Josh.
No,
At
Josh
the end of the
is
day,
not running
if
away at
people-
all.
At the moment, if you make a mistake, you lose a position because this is top class close racing.
No, if you make a mistake now, you could lose 8 positions. Yeah, this is very, very close. So nice to watch. As we keep watching, it's Josh. He's out in front, not a massive lead, almost 2 seconds now. He's opened that a bit. This lap seems to be getting some pace down. Avilak's definitely not losing track. He's still in 2nd. Behind him, Killer Bean. Killer Bean doing really well tonight. Barry's, despite that wing damage, is looking very, very competitive.
Looks consistent. It just goes to show how difficult it is to overtake. Yeah. Even with wing damage, Barry's is keeping ahead of Ruan.
Ruan has caught him a bit now. It's under a second now. It drops down to 8:10, so we'll see how that plays out. Nam Assassin still in the fight. Grimjaw is still pushing Nam along. Just no way past.
And Barry's gets brilliant drive out of that last corner. And that makes it very difficult for Ruan to catch him.
Yeah, Ruan's going to have to tuck him really closely behind him on this 90-degree turns, this more technical section. We'll have to do that.
But then again, with 11 laps to go, Barry's having wing damage. I think Ruan is playing the safe game, playing the patient game. He knows, okay, I've got P5, I've got the points. Let's be patient. If Barry's makes a mistake, I'll bounce on him.
Yeah, the other problem, 11 laps to go. Barry's does have a 3-second penalty, and so does the Teacher ZA. So that makes it tricky for later on.
it actually makes it show you the type of caliber Ruan is driving at. Cool, calm, collected. He knows guy in front of him has a penalty. Just stay on him, be patient, and always capitalize later on.
Yeah, I'm extremely impressed with the top 7 drivers. Wednesday, they are all staying within a second of each other. No one's getting stupid. No one's trying any.
It's almost like an e-sport race.
Absolutely, it looks nice and clean and tight. I'm sure overtakes will come in the remaining 11 or so laps. Avila now gets a penalty.
Just as I wanted to say, hats off to the guys with that. Oh, and Grimjo is out. Oh no, I think it was like a lag spike there. Looks like he lost it, and then it just recovered.
Yeah, looks okay, I guess. Codemaster's playing tricks on you.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, I'm just watching Burries go through these corners. He's right behind Killer Bean. He's doing okay. There's no need to worry about that front wing of his.
Yeah, looks like Barry's got a lot of practice because he's handling this race very well with damage.
Yeah, he's got slightly newer tyres than the 3 guys in front of him. I don't think that's a massive difference at this stage, but you know, maybe that's the slight advantage he needed with his wing. And right now he's tucked in. It's only a tenth behind himself and Killer Bean, but there's just no space to try and move.
And Josh is just pulling a big gap now on Avila, 2.6 seconds ahead.
Yeah, Josh is he's taking control. With 10 laps to go, he's found his rhythm.
Yeah, he found his rhythm because I think in the beginning of the race he was struggling quite a bit, but as the gas burns out, the fuel gets less, the car gets more drivable. And there, as I was saying, Grimjo loses it.
There we go.
He's out.
You can see the side of the track as Bob passes him. We've lost another driver. And Bob is
Singapore taking the cars tonight. I think we lost like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers already. Not a tough circuit for the guys tonight, especially in these conditions.
There we go.
Now the question is, do you think the guys will pit on?
There's not a lot of gap between the guys. Avilach gets a drive-through penalty.
Unlucky.
For exceeding the time delta under virtual safety car. This is painful. It will put him last. Oh, sorry, Heinrich, that's happened. I think to all of us at least once. That's very frustrating. Nam Assassin also into the pits. I think Nam reckons he's at the back. He may as well get new tires, I think.
Yep. Not a bad call from Nam.
Let's see, are they soft? No, they just enters.
Still 9 laps.
And a wing. Well, let's see. Abilak, he's only 5 seconds, 5, 6, 7 behind Bob in 6th, so there's still points for him. Nam Assassin comes out, brand new wing, brand new enters, but not many laps left, only 9 laps left in this race. It's our leader, Josh. He's out in front, 2.6 seconds. Behind him, Killer Bean Ronald doing really well tonight. But behind Killer Bean is a force to be reckoned with. It's Barry's. He is on newer tires. He's back into the podium places, Barry's. And behind him is Ruan. Ruan keeps licking his lips at this podium in front of him. He's keeping tabs with the guys in front. And then unfortunately there's a gap to Bob and Avilach behind Bob, and a gap to Nam Assassin, and a bit of a gap to the Teacher ZA. We'll catch them a bit later in the race. For now, let me stay with this Killer Bean Barry's Ruan battle. That's definitely the one to watch right now.
I think the big thing now at the moment is Nam Assassin, fresh tires, 9 laps ago. How big will the difference be for him when we get to lap 30, lap 29, lap 28. That guy's on the old Indus will struggling for pace, where he's going to be on a fresh side.
Yeah, let's not forget the top two have got 10 lap old Inters now, and we think they're probably only good for 14, 15 laps. We'll see how that goes.
It's going to be very interesting.
Let's just see.
Even with all the Codemaster glitches and the losing of 5 drivers, it's still a very entertaining race. So don't go away, guys. I think it's going to be an action-packed last few 10 laps.
Just watching fastest lap, it still belongs to Grimjaw on 155 dead. Everybody else is sort of 157s, 158s, 159. So such a pity Grim's out of this race. He definitely had some pace.
Yeah.
But we'll have a look at what Nam Assassin is able to do. He's on much newer tires.
Pity for Avila after they had a drive-through. He was sitting so comfortably in P2.
Second.
He could have had a podium tonight, breaking the deadlock.
And right now he is at 6 seconds away from Josh, and he was just a second a moment ago. These drive-through penalties are really a massive punishment.
And if I really have to give credit to some of the guys driving here tonight, especially like Barry's, I think with a broken wing, he's controlled the race pretty well tonight. And even Ruan and Killerby.
It looks like Ruan has gotten past Barry's, by the way. He has. I'm not sure how that happened. We missed that on track. But well done to Ruan. He's been keeping it constant there all night.
Might be that wing and the tires affecting him now at the moment. I think, Ron.
Yeah, the other thing I suppose is tire wear, when your tires aren't looking great. I'll tell you, Killer Bean is half a second from Josh in front now. So,
and it's getting much drier now. I think it stopped raining completely now.
Then we go on
and
board.
It looked like a lot of mist still on track, but
I'm
stopped raining completely.
Killer Bean, we're looking forward to Josh. You're right. I think we a few laps away from drive. Even there's no rain about at all. And this game likes to drive this track very, very quickly. So I think we're going to see softs a blast on softs in the last.
You might see a few sliding when the tires gets even hotter.
I see.
Warmer temperatures when they go up.
Avilach, by the way, he's caught up to Bob, so he seems to have the pace tonight. Bob seems to not quite have that, so we think... Ooh, Nam Assassin has pitted for the softs, by the way.
Interesting choice.
We'll see how that goes.
Still a lot of mist on the track, though.
It's probably too wet, surely, for softs.
Josh just keeping cool and calm. Knows he's got a position. Just have to be patient. Not make mistakes. Much easier said than done, but yeah.
Yeah,
so we got 6 laps to go. 7 actually.
7 laps to go. I'm watching Abilach. He doesn't seem to really have an answer for getting past Bob too quickly. Bob is not a slow driver, so you'll have to pass him on with a good move, that is. So.
Yeah, but for me, Avila shouldn't risk it. I mean, he's got a penalty as well, so Bob will automatically gain that position. So to force something that's not on, rather take the P6 and get the points.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to bank those points.
Just sitting on Nam quickly, seeing how he's going with the softs. Looks like the tire is drying out very, very quickly right now.
we
Don't
watch
see
his,
any mist on his sector.
so we watch his sector
I
times.
see.
Oh no,
He slips a bit. I just see.
not enough grip in that corner. Yeah, his lap time is 2:0. It doesn't matter. This was his outlap effectively.
Yeah.
Oh, he's having to be very cautious. But as soon as this track dries,
He's going to have a lot of pace.
he'll make 10 seconds a lap easily on these guys. Okay, this is Nam's first flying lap on a soft lap 25. We'll see how this goes.
The sector 3 has a lot of mist still. But it's like a chain effect from Josh to Barry's. Very, very close. One mistake and you lose the position.
There you go. There's Josh, leader of this race. Behind him, only 8 tenths. Ronald Killerbean.
Interesting. Barry's going to the pits.
There.
Barry's
Barry's going
pits.
for the softs as well? I don't know. May as well
It's going to
try.
be interesting. Yeah, soft disease, and it's obviously a wing change as well.
Yeah, I
Lose a
think,
bit of time.
I think if he times this right, he'll catch up that wing time he was missing.
Well, let me tell you one thing. I think this will be a big advantage for Nam. Might even put him on a podium if the track dries up. Sector 1, 2, it looks quite dry, but sector 3 was still a bit.
I'm watching Nam's lap now. I'm telling you, it's looking quite dry. Halfway through this lap, his call was right. We'll see now on the lap time. Roughly 157-ish is where the guys were.
Oh, Nam is gonna almost. That was so close to the wall.
That's just a kiss, just a kiss.
But look at Nam's overtake. He's still got like a 90% ERS. I don't know. He's storing it. He's waiting. He's planning something.
There's no time to use ERS now. It looks way too treacherous. Now look at his lap time. He's already ticking in sector 3, 154, 155. Yeah, it's not quite there. We're not at the tipping point. We can watch Burries. He's on a newer, warmer softs. Burries, I think, may have timed this right. Yeah, Barb has also jumped onto the soft, so a few guys are trying their luck. Look, whether you get 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th position, I guess you may as well go for a gamble if it's there.
Yep.
Let's just watch Killer Bean, Josh. They go out another lap. So does Ruan. They are in the lead. They are in the lead by miles. I don't see the top 3 fitting unless they absolutely have to. They have a 30-second gap to Abilach in 4th. Abilach behind him is a 12-second gap to Burries. And looks like the inters are still working because it was 11.9.
Yeah, it's only 4 left to go.
12 now, 12.
So I don't think they'll catch them.
No, you need 1 or 2 proper laps you can make up. I guess 18, 20 seconds, no problem. But right now, it's still not there. Burry's losing more time, 13 and a half now. So it's not time yet.
Killer Bean is on Josh.
Let's go watch
so
that.
Close.
And Ruan is just behind Killer Bean as well. So this is a lot of action there. A lot of pressure on each other. Yeah, in this top 3, fighting for podium positions. Like every single point matters here. Yeah, I'm just on board with Ruan. It's nice to look to the front, see how close he is behind Killer Bean, see how close Josh is ahead with the 2 of them. And Ruan's, he's got the newest inters of them all, so if he's been looking after them, this is going to be the couple of laps where he's going to start capitalizing.
Yeah, with Avilang's P4, I don't think Paris will catch him very quickly. Because the track is still very moist.
Yeah, that gap, it's now 16.5 seconds. We'll see if that gets any better or worse.
See, off spray sector 1 is very, very, very minimum now. Just looks like Killer Bean is losing some time in sector 1 against Josh, and then I think the last few sectors he gains it again.
Yeah, it looks like at the moment, if I watch Barry's time, it looks like he's pretty much matching Abilach now. So maybe the tip-off point is close. We'll keep watching that gap. It's still nothing to get too excited about. As we ride on board with Ruan once more, he is only 4 tenths now, 3 tenths of a second behind Killer Bean. I think these front two are possibly, what would they be struggling with? The Wezo rear tires more than anything?
Definitely. I think especially on lap 15 lap old, Inters struggling for grip, getting a lot of wheel spin.
Unfortunate for
and
Ruan,
just
it's very close.
Almost. Very close.
Unfortunately for Ruan, I must say, he has to wait for a mistake. There's not much opportunity unless DRS is enabled. If I watch the rear of Killer Bean's car, it looks like it's not as planted as you would want it to be right now. By the way,
I think Killer
14 seconds is the gap.
Interesting.
Under 14 seconds now
Killer
behind
Bean going for
Abilach.
the pits.
Yeah, and I can see why. If you look at the gap between Barry's and Abilach, it's now 3 seconds quicker than fewer.
But you have to ask yourself the question: of 2 laps to go, was it worth it?
Oof. I don't know. We'll have to see if anyone else fits. Ruan, he's probably going to stay out there, man. There's so much time. Killer Bean is still in third. I'll tell you what, that's not a very bad call. Let me watch Barry's. He's definitely on a much faster lap. That gap to Abilach, 10 seconds. Abilach has to put now because in the next lap he would have caught him 1:52. There we go. That's 3 seconds faster than the previous fastest time. We're definitely in dry territory. And he gets out ahead of Abilach by 10, 11, 12 seconds. So Abilach may be a lap too late on the soft. Barry's a few laps too early, but Barry's, I'll tell you what, he's again in fourth. He's but ahead of him is Killer Bean on the right side. Ruan now, by the way.
I think Killer Bean should have maybe put it 1 lap earlier.
Maybe 1 lap
earlier. Then he might have had a chance then, but 2 laps to go, I don't know.
Just on board with Ruan now. Wezo, he is just 4 tenths behind Josh. Josh
struggling with that old Inters now.
You can actually see blistering on those rear tires if you look carefully. Ruan will have him. No doubt. One of these corners, Josh is going to put the loud pedal down, and he's not going to have the grip.
Look at the traction. He's struggling. So that call from Killer Bean wasn't maybe that bad at all. Now he must DRS enabled, eh?
And DRS is available as well. It looks like Ruan doesn't know that. He doesn't open his DRS. Yeah, it's a matter of time, surely. And I can tell you
what, 100% ERS, so I mean next DRS zone he has to drive.
And Killer Bean has caught him by plenty. He's now only 18 seconds behind us. It was 23 or so. Now it's about 17.
And now we got Ruan, DRS enabled. Overtake enabled.
And he's got a lot of ERS.
Oh, he doesn't want to risk it.
I think Josh will struggle. One of these moments, he'll get his chance.
Oh, no, he must be so careful here. So easy to lose a wing.
Yeah.
Killer Bean catching them 10 seconds in 1 lap.
Watch that, yeah. 15, only 14. Killer Bean's going to catch them on the last lap. I bet you that. Yeah, lap and a half to go in Singapore, and it's been an interesting one.
This is gonna be a close one.
Look at that now.
Look
12
at Killer Bean's
seconds.
pace. Oh,
11 seconds. And Ruan, he's got 86% ERS. He's got ERS. It's not the easiest straight to pass on, but he closes the gap. And he just waits for Josh to ask too much of the
9
rear
seconds.
tires. Killer Bean is on a flyer. Let's
Flying.
go to...
Oh, and this is so close. Oh, Ron almost loses a wing.
Let's go back to Killer Bean for a second. He's got
all the way for
purple
7 seconds.
sectors
I think Killer Bean
everywhere.
might win this race, Josh. Ron.
Absolutely. He'll catch him. He'll catch him by the end of Sector 1. He'll walk past him at this rate. And Ruan is being so patient. Oh, my hats off to Ruan. At one point, Josh is not going to have the grip, but right now it seems like it's there. It's only 3 tenths, 2 tenths, DRS open. As they get to the first corner, Josh stays ahead. Ruan
And Killer Bean. And he's behind Ruan already.
Just watch this.
He's going to win this race.
Turn 3.
If he doesn't make a mistake.
Oh, he's got
Just have to be
DRS.
patient for the next corner.
He'll have the launch here. Yes, boy. Just drives straight past him.
Brilliant stuff.
And so does Ruan. He's side by side with Josh.
Oh, and they knock each other and Ruan loses a wing.
Oh, Ruan
lost the
can limp home, I think, and still take 4th, 5th maybe.
I don't
Josh.
think Paris might catch him.
No damage for Josh. Another...
Oh, bad luck. What a strategy from Killer Bean. Hey, Mr. Ron.
Absolutely.
That is next level
leader.
stuff.
Killer Bean, he timed it perfectly. He's already 5-6 seconds in the lead. No one's going to catch him. Put it down to lean mode now. Don't use your ERS. Short shift where you can, Mr. Killer Bean. Just make it home.
Josh loses it. Josh lost it. He's out of the race.
Yeah, Josh's tires were a push too far. I'm convinced of that. And at this rate, it looks like Ruan can still finish on a podium. Because Abilak is 34 seconds behind. Abilak is, of course, on the softs and he is flying.
Ruan will be the first guy ever finishing a race without a wing.
Well, we saw Lewis Hamilton finish on 3 wheels. And Killer Bean, as he takes the final corner, takes the
brilliant stuff.
fireworks that goes along with it. Very well done. Behind him, Barry's on the podium anyway, with the fastest lap as well, 1:41.8. And
Ruan crawling. He's crawling around the last corner, buddies. He can still make it. He can still make it. And he's got a puncture as well. Ruan's got a puncture as well. Back wheel.
Oh, I think he'll make it. Where's Abilak? 17 seconds, 16:50. Now you'll make it. You'll make it surely. Ruan gets a podium, yes.
Well deserved.
And Abilak, good result for 4th after a driving penalty. 4th is not too shabby.
What a race.
I'm just going to try and invite the guys to the comms box.
Awesome stuff, man. And Teacher coming around the last corner now as well.
Just, do you have Barry's as a friend? If you do, Reza, can you just invite him, please? Let me find Ruan. And where's Mr. Killer Bean? Are you inviting them? Thank you. I've invited Ruan. Thanks, man, if you invite them. Well, there we go.
What a race, Mr. Ron.
That's your final standing. That's Killer Bean Burries up and down, but he makes it second and fastest lap as well.
I can't believe Killer Bean pitted 2 laps before the time and won a race.
Hey, Ronald.
Yo.
Can you hear us, Mr. Race Leader Killer Bean?
Yes, I can hear you guys.
Flip now, buddy.
I can hear the excitement in his voice.
That was an awesome race.
The strategy king.
I was straight there in the last 3 laps. Yo.
Do you have a race engineer, Mr. Ronald, or was that just your own call?
I was just racing on your guys' stream and listening to what you guys are saying the whole time.
Flippin' genius, man. Well done. 2 laps to go. Jumps on the soft. Catches the Oaks, 25 seconds?
But I had to put my rear tires were red already. I would have had a flat tire if I hadn't put, so I had to go for it.
Yeah, we saw Josh as well struggling with the rears. He pitted the same lap as you.
I was struggling on those.
But you were in the fight the whole night, man. It was 4th, 5th, 5th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st.
So up and down. My game actually lagged out in the start of the lobby twice.
Yeah, we saw, yeah.
But
brilliant race. Great strategy. I didn't think you were going to pull it off. 2 laps to go.
Singapore's not my track. Singapore's not my track.
But well done, dude.
And Ruan had a lot of pressure on me, especially Barry's as well.
And Barry's finished second. Barry's, you twice pitted earlier than other people and got the strategy kind of right.
Well, I won't say got it right. I just had no other choice. With the wet tires, I wanted to go a little bit earlier than the rest because I knew that Inters is only going to come on a little bit later. So I wanted to keep the tires fresh, and I saw the gap between me and Eugene was large, so I took that risk. I saw Eugene ducked in with me, so that was nice to see, and I think we came out 3rd and 4th. And then with the Inters, I went into the pit. I forgot to ask Jeff to box this lap, and I did not have my racing line, and I turned too early, and I went into the wall, so I had to change the wing.
Don't worry, we caught that. It's on the stream. You can go watch it on YouTube. FTRF1.
Lost the in play there.
Nice. Yeah, well, I lost in play 3 times.
I was going to say that wasn't your first.
No, that was the first one.
Is that the first?
That was the first one. The second one, I missed my braking point a little bit. I went into Killer Bean's.
It was Killer Bean, yeah.
Yes, and then there was another corner. I turned a little bit too early. Oh no, that was turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just before the first DRS, I couldn't make my turn, so I went into the wall and I lost my left end plate as well.
Barry's, I have to ask. Wing 3 times. Your pit stop was a lot longer because of that. The win was possible tonight, mate.
Yeah, definitely, but everything happens for a reason. Killer Bean, well done on the victory. Ron, well done with your podium as well, puncture and all. I really enjoyed this race. It was nice.
Hey Ruan, welcome to the comms box, a 3rd place. A very patient second half of the race from you, eh?
Yeah, thanks Ron. I actually think I made a mistake for pitting again on the Inters. Thought I'm going to go and pit for a fresher set, and then the guys next or around me was going to be on old tires, but that was not the case. So yeah, we'll just sat there, tried to put the pressure on Ronald. Didn't happen, and yeah, he went to pit, and I thought, well, that was the wrong choice, and all of a sudden I see him steaming up from the back.
Yeah, that was quick.
I tried to follow him through on the main straight, the DRS main back straight there, and got a little bit pushed into the wall there. Yeah, so
I saw that. Finishing the race without a wing and a flat tire, Mr. Snorer.
Yeah, so luckily the gap behind was a big margin.
It's like crawling across the line for a podium.
You were crawling, but you still got it, dude.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, thanks.
No, well done to our top 3. Keeler Bean will be
Brilliant
posting
stuff.
this tomorrow on his social media. We'll look out for that. And then Barry's with a lot of incidents, but second anyway. And then Ruan, very patient, crawls across the line for a podium place. Well done, gents.
Yeah, but well done to Ronald and Barry's for the great race. Well done, guys.
Yeah, well done. Thanks, guys. And we'll see you next week. Same time, same place.
Thanks, Ron. Thanks, Wes.
Cheers,
Cheers,
gents.
Weza. Thanks for joining me in the comms box.